Dear students, we welcome you to our learning environment. Here we will do a sum on height and distance. You can read the problem, not a very difficult problem. Please read the problem first. Okay, here as you see the picture here, an electrician is working. This is the height of the pole. From the base of the pole to this top is the height. That height is 10.95 meter here. But the ladder is attached at this point only. So this distance is 1.2 meter. You can understand this distance is 1.2 meter. Where the ladder is touching the pole, this distance is 1.95 meter. Here, if you look at the picture here, AD is this point is A, and this point is C over here. So the ladder is inclined to the base, and here the angle made is 30 degree. So I have to find out what is the length of this ladder, and also this point BD. B is where the ladder is touching the ground. So what is the distance from the foot of the pole? That means BD. I have to find BC and BD. So let us start. Have you understood the problem? This AD is given as 10.95 and AC is 1.2 meter. Let us say we'll start the problem here. This point is A here. This point over is C. This is D. This is B. This is a right angle triangle. BCD is a right angle triangle. AD is given as 10.95 meter. And AC is given as 1.2 meter. Now I have to work in this triangle. This is my reference triangle, right angle triangle. So in this triangle I have to find this CD. CD is nothing but AD minus AC, correct? So it is coming to 10.95 is 9.7 meter. .75 meter. So in this triangle, this is the perpendicular, this is the base, and this is the hypotenuse. So I know that I have to find out the hypotenuse. So this triangle, in triangle, if I have a triangle CBD, right angle triangle CBD, CD perpendicular by hypotenuse CB, because I have to find CB. Perpendicular by hypotenuse. So that becomes sine CBD, and CBD is 30 degree. And sine 30 degree I know half. So it becomes not very difficult now. CD is 9.75. Put the value here. By CB is equal to half. So I am getting CB is equal to, hence I can write it here. CB is equal to 9.75 into 2. Here you can do the multiplication yourself. Okay. So basically the situation is I have got two sides and an angle. That is what we need. Out of that, two will be given. What I have to find out. Here perpendicular is given, angle is given. I have to find the hypotenuse. So as soon as I know that I know the perpendicular, I know the angle, and I have to find the hypotenuse. So I know I have to apply the sine formula, because sine is perpendicular by hypotenuse. So two sides and one angle. Out of that, two will be given. I have to find the third one. The second part of the problem is I have to find the distance dB. Correct? Let us clean this up. I can draw the same picture once again. This is 30 degree. This is A. This is C. So this is now I know 9.7, sorry, 9.75. And I have to find this base. What is the difference? So again, perpendicular is given, length of the perpendicular is given. I have to find the base. So I have to apply the tan formula. Perpendicular by base. So sorry, CD by DB. I have to find DB is equal to tan CBD, and tan CBD is tan 30 is 1 by root 3. These values you have to know. Tan 30 is 1 by root 3. Now CD is 9.75. Substitute the value. I have to find DB. Again I said you have to find two sides and one angle. From there, two things will be given. You have to find the third thing. Here, perpendicular length is given, angle is given. So base you have to find out. So dB comes to 9.75 into root 3. Correct? Cross multiplication. And root 3 value is substituted 1.732. If you multiply the 2, you will get the answer. If you multiply the two, you will get the base, distance of the point. So here perpendicular is given, angle is given, I define the base. So I apply the tan formula. Clear? Now let us do one thing. What we will do now, we will move the ladder closer. See what happens then. See, ladder length is getting reduced. Now it is tan 38. I will make it tan 45. As you can notice, as you are coming closer to the base, the angle is increasing. Now it is tan 40. Correct? Everything else remains the same, only the angle is reduced because we are approaching the base. As I come closer, angle increases. As we move away, the angle reduces. So if you do the problem again the same way, no, let us clear it up. Let us draw the base first. These two sides should be equal, and then this side is the total length. So now we know that this is 45. This angle is now 45. This is the point C. This is the point D. This is the point B. And this is now A. So we calculated earlier, we saw that CD is 9.75. Now in this case, perpendicular, if I find the CB, perpendicular by hypotenuse is again sine 45 sine CBD, that comes to sine 45, and sine 45 is 1 by root 2, correct? Now substitute the value. CD is 9.75 by CB, I have to find out, is equal to 1 by root 2. So by doing cross multiplication, we can find out CB is equal to 9.75 into 1 root 2. Sorry. And root 2 value is given, 1 by root 3. Some mistake, 1 by root 3. What I am doing, I am making mistake, no? No, it is 1 by root 2. This is not a mistake. This is 1. I am doing sign. Root 2 is 1.43. If I write 1.43, I will get the close value. So here now CB is coming to 9.75 into 1.2. So again the same thing. Two sides are given, this side and that side, and the included angle is. Now I have to find the DB. Correct? This is A. This is C. This is B, D. This was B. This angle is 45. So now I have to find, sorry, DB. So out of these two things, perpendicular is given, angle is given. I have to find what is the base, what is the length of the base. Now I know perpendicular length is given, base is find out. I have to use the tan formula. So CD by DB, it is tan CBD, and tan CBD is tan 45, correct? Tan CBD, and what is the tan 45? Tan 45 is the 1. So in this case, CD DB is same as CD. That be 9.75. Correct? Any difficulty? Always try to find out which two sides are given out of the two sides and one angle. Which one is given and which one you have to find out. From that you can get the relationship of sine, cos and tan. Sine is length perpendicular by hypotenuse. Cos is base by hypotenuse. Tangent is perpendicular by base. So depending on which one is given and which one you have to find out, you apply either sine or cos or tan. Okay, let us clear the mess. Now suppose I move even further. Let us say I make it closer, come very close. Now let us say the angle is close to 60. Is it not making 60? Let us make it 60. As I come closer, it comes to angle is reduced. It has come to 60 now. So one thing you noticed, as I move closer, the angle is increasing, the length of the ladder is getting reduced, and base distance also is getting reduced. This is the relationship between height, base, and perpendicular. Height and distance. Angle is increasing, but the length of the ladder is reducing, and base is also reducing. So as you come closer to the object, the angle increases. As you move away from the object, angle reduces. You can see if you move away, you check the angle is reduced. Now it is 28. If you move even further, angle is now 20, and the length is increased. Sorry, yes, 20. And as I move closer to this thing, angle is increased. Here it is 30, little bit, little plus 30. At this is 30. At this distance it comes to 45, close to 45, make it 40, 45. We did it, and now I am coming even further closer, we are making it 60. Again, not a difficult problem. If you understand the one angle, you can do the others also. Here this angle is 60 degree. This is C, this is B, this is D, and this is 9.7. So CD, again the same application, same formula by dB. Now I have to find the okay. I have to find the sorry, not D. I have to find the CB. First the ladder length is equal to sine 60. Sine 60 is root 3 by 2. Correct? You know the values? You have to know the values. root 3 by. So from there I am getting CB will be CD. CD is what? CD is 9.75 into 2 by root 3 cross multiplication, correct? And root 3 is 1.73. It is given. Sorry, root 3 is 1.73. Put it here. Here do the calculation. Tan also, base you have to find by the tan theta. So in that case, you are going to find the base. Sorry, this is B. Now I have to find the base. Base will be CD by DB is equal to tan 60. Now I have to find the perpendicular and base. Tan 60 is root 3, correct? So CD is 9.75. I have to find DB. You have to find DB. So if you do cross multiplication, I am getting DB is equal to 9.75 by root 3. Root 3 value is 1.73. You do the calculation, you will get the result. So again, two sides and one angle. Here perpendicular is given. You have to find the base, apply tan. You have to find the length of the ladder, that means hypotenuse. You apply the formula, sine formula. Now your job, I did 3 problems. Now what I will do, supposing all along the point was fixed, I am not changing the point. Let us say I am making it 2.95. Okay, let me check, let me see if I can make 2.95. Clue is not actually coming. Uh, how much I will make? If you can reduce, if you can see, I can reduce the length also. How much you want? You tell me the value, I'll give you that. 3.3? Okay, correct. Do it. Now the angle. What is the angle 54? You cannot do it. Let us make it angle 60. I hope you can do 60. Is it making 60? No, still not. No. It is making. Can you do this problem now yourself? I did 3 problems. Now you do 3. Only this point, leave it. The ladder point has gone down little. 3.3. Earlier it was what? Okay, you try this problem. Let us now say I move the ladder to make it 45. 45. Let us say 40. How much it comes to 44. So let us make it 45. Do this problem also. I did 3 problems. You also do practice 3 problems. And let us make it 30. Okay, we did three problems, you also do three problems. So one thing understood, the point I'm trying to make, as I move closer to the base, the angle increases. And if we move away, the angle reduces. So there is a certain relationship between height, distance, and angle. And as you saw, I can change the height also. So height and distance can be changed depending on the situation. Basic things remains the same. You have a height, you have a distance. Both can be changed. Okay? Can you do the problem? Or shall I do one more practice? I can reduce it even further. Let us make it 4.75. Try it. And the angle is 30 degrees. See how much it comes. See if you can do this problem. If you liked our presentation, please subscribe our YouTube channel, Alur Alpin. You will see a lot of other videos also, maths and English, grammar. Goodbye.